Alright. Hey everyone, Swampfox here. Um, yeah, that was a pretty big twist. Uh, they totally did not expect to be Revan. Um, so the last planet we gotta go to is Korriban, but I kind of feel like I should chat with the crew members and see what they have to say.
What's on your mind?
What do you mean, what's on my mind? Found out I'm evil.
If you're ready to talk, then yes. So am I. I can't hate you. I tried. I wanted to hold you responsible for all the things you've done for my wife, for Telos, for Dustil. But I can't. I got the revenge I always wanted when Saul died. But it hasn't brought me the peace that I thought it would. Despite whatever part of Revan is inside you, the darkness that must surely be there. It isn't who you are. That's why I can't hate you, why I don't want any more revenge. You don't have to be Revan. You can be so much more. Whatever the Jedi did to you, they gave you that chance. Whatever's happened up until this point, there's going to come a time very soon where you're going to have to make a choice, and there won't be any turning back. Well, then I hope I can save you from yourself. Yes, what's on your mind?
Wait, where am I docked? Aw, Zalbar, you're so good to me.
How can you possibly be Revan? The Jedi whose troops saved me on Taris. It was Revan, leading an army out to defeat the Mandalorians. It was you. I knew when I heard that you had become the Dark Lord of the Sith, that something was wrong with it. The man who saved me could never go completely to the dark side. It is good to know that you have truly changed. It gives me hope. I do not think now that I will fall to the dark side. I only have to look at you and follow by your example, and there is no way I can fail.
My wife's dying off screen. No, it's okay. I just want you.
Yes, that is true. I suppose you would know better than I. I will never forget what you did for me, even if you do not remember it. How may I be of assistance? What is it you would like to speak to me about? Of course. If there is anything else, I am...
Okay, so Juhani is all done. You should not abuse her trust in you? Or should I?
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master. Statement. Yes, Master. You created me shortly after you and your apprentice began your war to conquer the galaxy. I was sent on an assassination mission into Mandalorian space, but I was damaged and unable to return to you. Exclamation. I find this most distressing. I could certainly have protected you from the Jedi and your pupil's betrayal had I returned. Observation. You may be right, Master. This way we are reunited, and neither of us has suffered permanent termination.
Neither of us have.
Answer. It was you who programmed me thus, Master. Your pupil once asked me what I thought of him, and I informed him of his meatbag status. He was unimpressed, but you found the reference humorous. You changed my programming so that I would continue to use the term. It drove your pupil to extreme lengths of frustration. Observation. Of course you do, Master. You did then as well. Observation. You are different in many fundamental ways, Master. You have a concern for life that is unsettling. This cannot solely be caused by memory loss. I do not know how to explain it. Regardless, you do seem to be improved overall from the human I once knew. Answer. No, Master. You never did make me privy to any of the Starforge's secrets. Commentary. Your former pupil is efficient and brutal, even for an organic. I rather liked him when you first introduced me to him. If I had known what he would do to you, Master, I would have gladly removed his entrails right then.
I think I would have liked to see that.
As you desire, Master. Signing off.
Yeah, what do you want? The war we had with the Republic was supposed to be the most glorious battle in our history. But it was a very costly one. I guess we didn't think of how much we could lose in it. There weren't many of us after that last battle. Mandalore himself was killed at the hands of the Jedi Revan. The best of us could not defeat him. After that last battle, those of us that survived were stripped of our weapons, our armor, and our basilisks. The Republic's forces destroyed them while we were forced to watch. Those who hadn't fled earlier were left with nothing to call their own. No weapons, no armor. Only the honor of having fought in the battle we just lost. For many, this was not enough. While the rest of us were sent into exile on the Outer Rim, they tried to relive the old days, raiding worlds. They're nothing more than bandits now. Yeah, I came to Taris. And forcing for Davik was not stimulating. The gangs on Taris and Davik's rivals were trash. They give no thrill in battle, no honor or glory in defeating them. It was like stepping on bugs. I sought worthy challenges, but the best that Taris could offer were nothing to me. But I think now, with you, I may finally find opponents worth fighting.
Yeah, it's too bad that I never bring you around.
Maybe later I'll tell you more about what it was like to work for Davik. For now, is there something else? Tatooine, the world of my clan. There are some vicious people. You're...
Did I pick up any, like, new crystals? No, put that back in. Oh, the dragon pearl. Yeah, I'm fine with that. What else is there to talk to?
Got something on your mind, dude? You got yourself a fast little ship? I'd forgot what engine sounded like. The closest thing to that on Kashyyyk is an uller in mating season. Ugh, frightful. Or it could be for the free food. What's the gunk that comes out of a synthesizer on this bucket anyway? Do you never clean the darn thing? I'm old, damn it. I'm allowed to be enigmatic when I want to be. And don't you go telling me otherwise. You know, you remind me of someone else I knew ages ago. Pleasant enough fellow, great destiny, all of that. Breath like a bantha. Oh, very funny. Is it my fault that some people are so easily annoyed? Like impatient little children with blasters. Anyway, where was I? Oh,
whoops. Force swirled him around like a hurricane. Now that's how his destiny was. And/or Vex.
No, you wouldn't have. Sometimes swirling force is just swirling force. It gets us old Jedis excited at our age, so we go, ooh, destiny. Well, it turned out that poor Andor believed a wee bit too much in the infallibility of that destiny. That overconfidence turned out to be his downfall. I don't know. Are you overconfident? I hadn't noticed. Even if I had, I would never comment on it. We're talking about Andor, remember? Let's see. Oh yes, Andor's downfall. I was pretty young myself when it happened. At the time, I thought that Andor's destiny couldn't be more boring. Well, let's just say that I was a strapping young lad with a full head of hair, and Coruscant was a small town with a well. I was just about to abandon Andor to whatever the Force intended for him when his ship was overtaken by a Dimian warship. Now, you've probably never heard of the Dimians, but at the time, they were a nasty lot led by a nastier overlord named Krat. Tall fellow, big teeth. Krat has us hauled onto the bridge of his ship for questioning, and that's when I knew that Andor's destiny was at hand. Of course he did. Haven't you been listening? It was not in the way you'd probably expect, though. Well, Andor decides that his destiny makes him invulnerable and starts making all sorts of demands. Free me now. I'm not answering questions. Blah, blah, blah. Don't you know who I am? Krat decides he's had enough and begins crushing Andor's neck. I told the boy he should have kept his mouth shut. I think he agreed, too, or this could have just been gurgling noises. No, well, anyway. Finally, Krat has enough of Andor and tosses him aside into this giant energy intake shaft. Andor gets sucked in and starts bouncing around, screaming. Maybe Andor hit something sensitive on the way down, or just didn't agree with the reactor core. Next thing I know, all the ship's alarms are ringing. Everyone panics, and I run, barely making it to the ship in time before the explosion. Krat dies horribly, and the Dimians never quite recovered. Changed the political course of the entire sector for centuries to come. I'd call that quite a destiny, wouldn't you?
I hate you.
Well, now that's the ingratitude of youth for you. I relate an exciting tale, and do I get thanked for it? No, it's all me. Anyway, go on. My throat is dry, and you're making me cranky. Shoo!
Oh, Jolee.
Got something on you? How many? Ask me later when you're actually in need, and I'm less tired. I'm not a kit factory, you know.
You are to me. Get to work, old man.
Hey there. What can I... It seems to me that if you don't really remember anything about being Revan, then it doesn't really matter anymore. You are who you are now, right? I don't see the Sith Lord standing here. I see a friend who's been with us through thick and thin. Remember, Malik's the one who tried to destroy Taris.
Fair enough.
Hey there.
Hey there.
Sorry.
I just thought I'd ask. Okay. Now that we're on Tatooine, might as well bring mission and Juhani.
Ikukuno no ba mulira tikun. Tonghit kun chonching. 네 보보제 마타 네
Niboboji
분나게
nanana.
돌 론다 디호똥가 군항 다 공주 스탁 미키 그라블 먹고 같이 주이다 보동가 돌바방크 원래 오간다 나르고 추추트 그 푸나 부나나이 차투 진바 물레라 또하나 시그라 투로다 보그라시 언니용 콤바 진톤노 무추바 로다디다 군 론다 디호똥가 군 헝가비 오늘 군베스 칭바 타 비스 주봉코 코키 막바카 칭바라 치스카 물레 두나라나 누 프라타
Oh, I should totally stab him.
쿠야미 주스 칭카타 나 파토가야 훌키 고코가라 지치 가와나 봇 아타고 샹지 로차 와나 와마 까바볼바 물지 고문나 긴춘 지시네 마나만 어떠다 학기 주크라타 볼라 슈이 총가똥 종근노 분카 몰레라 궁길레 통하이트웜 지지 좀 룸파 니타 포에 티키토 돌파다 봉과레어 간도나 추추트 카치군 이다하던가 이킹쿠노 바몰레라 치군 치그라 투로다 보그라시 언니용 콤바 진톤노 무추바 로다디다 군
Oh, they want to help. Well, why didn't you say that in the fucking first place?
카차투통 통 아봉샤 옴니나 카바둠파쿠 팔리야 무카파타 보나나 짜쿠 이쿠 돌바다 봉왈레 간도나 구구 춥춥 카바둠 쿠필리오 보테냐 위탐 보라가통 물리라 통 아봉샤 옴니나 원가 쿰비
I will have to take a look. These creatures are like weird. That's the hunting lodge.
You're back! I knew you'd come through for me. I knew I could count on you. You do have a tech land for me, right? Change your mind. You bring me a single tech land, and you not only save my life, but you get a piece of...
I thought... Don't I have tech lands, though? I looted like a bunch from that dude. No! I must not. Well, shit.
Huh?
Sure.
Well, that was a waste of time. Well, let's... What else do I get in the journal? Bacilla. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about the swoop rates. Alright, I guess we're going to Korriban. Another guy? Jesus.
What the hell is your kind doing here? Bad enough I have to deal with all these other idiots, but now there's a stinking KOTOR on this world too?
I have as much right to be here as you do, sir.
Do not seek to aggravate us.
Ooh, big man. The Jedi shooting his mouth off from behind a lightsaber, or whatever you're carrying. Hiding behind your pet cat there.
And a woman at that. We should have exterminated all you KOTOR when we had the chance.
What? What do you know about my world?
I know enough that... Hey, wait a minute. You look familiar somehow.
What? You?
This doesn't concern you, Jedi trash. Now where could I have... No, he's dead, and she likely is too.
What are you talking about?
Maybe I was wrong. Still, I think a specimen like you would be a nice addition to my collection. So, what would it take, Jedi, for you to sell your pet here to me? Now don't be so selfish. We both know KOTOR aren't real people anyway. The females make amusing pets, but the males should be put down like the animals they are. I remember one time on Taris.
What? What did you say? What did you do on Taris, you scum?
Put one of you down like the animals you are. So easy. Then I saw one of the females on the auction block. But those darn Jedi.
It was you.
What? Me? Oh, now I recognize where I've seen that face before. You were the little KOTOR I was going to purchase. But those Jedi came and stole my pet away from me.
You bought Juhani?
When I was fighting with the Mandalorians against the KOTOR, I developed an appreciation for these creatures. They make excellent servants if properly trained. You Jedi act all prim and proper, but inside you must feel the same way I do about the lesser, non-human species. The Sith at least let their feelings show on the outside.
You... the homeworld.
Come now. Will you let your pet go? I'm sure we can come up with a price we both think is fair.
And I will see you dead for what you have done to my people.
Hold on a second. Don't be hasty.
I will remain calm. I am a Jedi now. My lust for vengeance must be curbed.
Yes, yes. Say no to the dark side, but I will have you yet. Ha!
That guy needs to die.
My KOTOR blood seethes at the thought of that man still running free. I cannot stand still while I think about it, but I will not give in to the dark side either. He will pay for his crimes, though. He will most likely be following us. Me. If we could find him first, then he may not be able to set in motion whatever he has in store for us.
Okay.
My KOTOR blood,
Guess we're going to Korriban. Because I can't buy any of those tack glands from Kashyyyk. Because the Wookiees took it over. That is not the helm. Oh, Bucky. Oh, keep him.